Welcome to the fifth dimension. This is a general reading for the sign of Virgo. Virgo, I am going to try to bring forth someone, one of your loved ones who is passed and is coming forward as your spirit guide here on earth. I hope this brings you light, healing, and happiness. Please hit subscribe. I'm trying to reach out and start this channel. I'm brand new and I want to bring this beautiful light and a little bit of relief to a very dark subject, and that is the loss of a loved one. I am trying to bring some healing to that situation. So please subscribe and support me as I get started here. I will tell you that I spend about 30 minutes off camera before I even hit the record button, pulling characteristics of your loved one. So I have their story, or your and their story. I have their energy, kind of like what they were occupationally, or if they didn't actually work that job, that might be the energy that they carried with them here on earth. I have some letters that I pull, and I try to bring out their initials, or sometimes whole words come out. I also pull some numbers that will possibly bring forth a birth month, birth date, death month, death date, might bring out their address, their last known numbers on their address, or a significant age that something happened in their life. And last but not least, I ask the divine if he could please allow this person to speak to you. If he could speak to you, what would he say? And I pray and meditate over those cards, and I shuffle them, and the ones that fall to the floor are the ones that I pick up as this person's words to you. I do private readings, and this has worked out very, very effectively. So I hope this is a wonderful experience for you. If this does not resonate, please listen to the last Virgo readings or any future Virgo readings, as this is timeless. Your earth guide is your earth guide. That person is set in place. They are yours and yours alone. And I think I mentioned it's different than a guardian angel. So this should be very specific to the person that you love and miss who has passed. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so their story came to me very quickly. Sometimes I have to think outside the box myself, which is what I'm going to need you to do when I show you the numbers and the letters that I pulled. But anyway, so I had to really kind of open up my own mind, and but this time the story became very clear very quickly. This was a father who was not in his daughter's life. Okay, so this is a father that just wasn't present. Um, and if this is you, I'm very sorry for that experience. I know lots of us kids as a result of divorce, we feel that way. And if that's how you feel, or that's the experience that you had, I want to tell you that I'm sorry, but I want to also tell you that he is your earth guide now, so you have an extra level of love and support from him here on earth. But I have that he kind of went his own journey. He was not present in your home. Um, he might have even been stationed in the military, or he just might have been like married to his job, a detective type of job, or some kind of governmental job, and he wasn't around. And but you did get to meet him, or meet up with him, and kind of resolve all of these hurtful issues that you had felt as you were growing up, and also he felt a loss without you in his life also. And I would say that probably um, you got together with him possibly in his 40s. You met up with him and you guys kind of resolved things, and you were successful at getting past all of the things, the past drama, or the things that were standing in your way, blocking yourselves from each other. I have that he did something really nice for you when he passed. He left you something, something of significance that changed your life. It changed your financial status. It changed your abundance. Um, and I also have that there's something significant around Christmas time between you and him. So if Christmas time is something that either the last holiday you spent together, it might have been the time that he passed, but he might have passed right after Christmas, and then you inherited something from him, either a home, money, but it brought you great happiness, and you miss him and wish that he was more present in your life, but you have forgiven him and gone on, and he is still with you. He's just making up for lost time. So I would feel very proud if my dad did that. Um, all right, so the energies that he kind of lived in, and you might not even know all these, especially if your relationship was a little distant. But he loved animals. He always wanted to be a veterinarian. I don't know if you know that or if he did achieve that, but that was something that he always wanted to do. I see him in more of like EMS, paramedic, first responders, just kind of service of others. Might have worked in a hospital, like I said, ambulance, anything like that. Might have been I don't know why I got the life flight crew, or might have been involved in something about that, but that is how he lived his life. That was his energy. Even if he was never a paramedic and never worked in a hospital, some people are just great caregivers of other people, and they don't have to have a degree to, give you the love and the support or take care of you when you have an illness. I mean, people don't need a degree for that. So that was just his nature, possibly, if he did not work in those occupations. I did ask my guides for some numbers that represent this man. I got 8. Now, this could represent August. This could be his birth month or his death month. I got numbers 23, 14. Let me hold this differently. I haven't not figured out a way to pull this off. All right. All right, and I've got 30, and I've got 19, and honestly, 17 just fell down, so forgive me. I'm sorry, I'm jiggling the table. I have a very tiny little setup here. 17, 30, 19, 14, 8, and 23. And like I said, the 8 could represent August. He might have had a significant event happen to him at the age of 14, 17, 8, 23, 19, 30. He might have given birth, or you might have been born when he was 23 years old, 30 years old, etc. So that's what I mean about thinking outside the box. Don't force things to fit, but think outside the box, because you might miss something significant. But these numbers were significant to this man, to this father. All right, and I also asked for some letters that might represent his initials, either first, middle, or last. I received G, Q, K, and P. So these letters were either significant to him or yourself. I had a reader, I did a reading for a viewer, and his initials and his relatives' initials were both in the letter cards. So I hope that those resonate for you. I also want to tell you a little bit about his energy. I have that his favorite color was blue. You might not have known that. You might have known that. Or he might have, if he was in the medical industry, he might have worn blue as part of his uniform. He was a pretty big football fan, and that I think anyone would know. You probably didn't even have to know him for well or for a long time to know that he was definitely a football fan. I wrote some notes on some intuitive hits I got as I shuffled and prayed and meditated. I've got that he had internal and external strength. So pretty solid person there. He was someone who stepped outside of the boundaries, and he wasn't afraid to break rules. So I definitely got that from his energy, but I definitely got a football fan. So he is definitely a football fan. Possibly his team was had blue colors. Could have been his high school alma mater, could have been NFL, college ball, could be basketball, baseball, but you would know his team. And I also ask Spirit to bring me some words. If he could speak to you right now, what would he say? And I have a deck of cards that I call Stairway to Heaven, and I pray over them, and I ask Spirit to bring out the words that he would say to you right now if he could. And I got a card that I have never gotten before, so I'm really excited about it. But anyways, this is the first card that I received for him. Now I have no pain. And I believe that's regarding you. I believe that that's regarding your relationship, and that it was painful for him. He knew he dropped the ball. He knew he could have been better. He had little time to make up for it, possibly, especially if you reconnected when he was in his 40s. And let's see here. Okay, and he passed possibly between his 40s and his 50s, so you didn't have as much time with him as you wanted. So, and he feels the same way. So that's why he's your earth guide now, right? I mean, seriously, what a perfect way to make amends to a situation or an error in judgment that we make here on earth, that we can kind of make up for things when we get to heaven. So he says, now I have no pain, and I know that's regarding you. It's crazy that I brought up that he always wanted to be a veterinarian, because I pulled this card. I am surrounded by loving animals. This fell out on the floor as describing his energy, so he might have just loved all animals, which a veterinarian would. I mean, cat, dog, all different kinds of dogs, a bird. So he is surrounded by loving animals and very happy about it. I have never gotten this card before. I am with the rest of the family. That is beautiful. So just so you know, he is with the rest of your family, and he is also here with you as an earth guide, an extra level of love and support here on earth. And I hope that this resonated with you. If it did not, Virgo, please go back to the other Virgo readings and listen to them, or look forward to new readings that come out, and maybe your loved one will come forward. I believe that if you watch this channel and your energy comes through, that your energy will be picked up by the divine, and that your person will be brought forth. I have had it happen. So I'm loving doing this, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And please hit subscribe again. And thanks, Virgo. God bless. And I'm so sorry for your loss. Bye from the fifth dimension.